Remember this is an important finding that a lot of major universities have come up with, published, some of the leading thought in personal growth, personal movement, personal enhancement. Your outer world is very nearly always a reflection of your inner world. So if your outer world, when you're out there playing golf, does not have a lot of confidence, then it's likely that your inner world does not have a lot of confidence in it. Because your outer world is always a reflection of your inner world. 95% of your emotional state at any one given point in time is determined by what you say to yourself. Now, we humans talk at about 200 words a minute. We process information at about 800 words a minute. So you got a lot of idle time in between the time that I'm talking to you guys. But when you're out there on the golf course, we talk to ourselves at about 1,500 words a minute. It's called a stream of consciousness, right? We constantly have a dialogue going on in our brains. 1,500 words a minute sounds a lot more like a river to me than it does a stream of consciousness. That's a lot of words going through our brain all the time. But that's how much we talk to ourselves all the time. Stream of consciousness. Always talk, 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 talk. So I have a very important question for all of you. If 95% of your emotional state, and we've just kind of determined that a huge part of our confidence is determined by us. If 95% of your emotional state is determined by what you are saying by your inner world, what are you saying to yourself 95% of the time? Are your thoughts, especially when you're out there on the golf course, what percentage of your thoughts, that stream of consciousness, that 1,500 words a minute, are positive? What percentage are negative? Good question. Do you know the answer? I don't want any numbers, but I want you to think about that for just a minute. It's so easy for us to find fault and to focus on the negative that by and large, 70 to 80% of our internal conversation tends to focus on the negative, on what I don't want, on what I didn't want to happen, on why it shouldn't be this way. And so is it no wonder then that we feel like confidence is not necessarily within our control, because we aren't taking any conscious control of the situation, of the major components that we've decided are important for confidence. So one of the most important things that you can do, two of the most important things that you can do, but one of the most important things that you can do to help with your confidence is, number one, be aware that you have a lot more choice than you realize, and number two, change that stream of consciousness. Put a dam in the river, divert the river so that 95% of what you say is positive. And guess what's going to happen? Over time, you are going to impact your confidence. How many times when you stand up to a shot and there's water on the left and out of bounds on the right, you say, I sure hope I don't go over there or over there. Right? There's your stream of consciousness, there's your talking, right? And it's all focused on the negative outcomes instead of the positive. There's trouble there, but that's where I'm going to go. Yep, I see it, it's data, I'm going to recognize it, I'm going to factor it in, but I'm going to choose to focus completely on what I want to have happen. In fact, this shot here is very similar to another shot that I've hit in the past. I had a lot of confidence on that shot. I'm going to borrow from that one and use that right here, because that's the only thing I see, my target. That's the only thing that I'm going to let run through my mind. I can do this. I will do this. I have done this in the past. I have internal confidence. I am going to do this. I am a good golfer, right? So it starts with positive self-talk. The other most important thing that you can do is practice positive visualization. See yourself as already achieving what it is that you want to achieve in that moment. That's why you see so many golfers stand back and visualize the shot. They're seeing the shot, they're seeing themselves as already having done it. It's very confidence inspiring. How many people can make their second putt 10 times more often than their first putt? Same spot, right? Oh, the second one's easy. Yeah, I make that one every time, right? Yeah, good. So my suggestion to you is hit the second putt first. Right? As I say when you're writing a novel, right? Always start with the second chapter. Put that one first. Hit your second putt first. Well, why not? So how do you hit that first putt? You visualize it. right? You could hit it 50 or 60 times. Remember that example of one of our students? We had 143 in a row, and he finally said, I'm just going to miss one because I got to go eat, right? So he's standing up there, and he's like, all right, good. I'm going to hit my, 20-second putt right in the middle. I never miss. I'm here or there.